If your chocolate cake doesn't have 17 layers, well, you are missing out. This has a chocolate sponge, a mirror glaze, and a smooth chocolate cremo. The first thing we're going to make is this luscious chocolate cremo. So I've got eggs, sugar, cream, and milk. Then we whisk that constantly on a medium-low heat until it reaches 83 degrees Celsius on a digital thermometer. And then once at temperature, pour it through a sieve over your chocolate. Let it sit for just a couple of minutes, then we're going to blend it until it's smooth. Finally, whisk through a good pinch of flaky sea salt. Don't skip this bit. We're going to cover the surface with cling film, then chill it in the fridge for about 3 to 4 hours. Now the sponge is really a simple Swiss roll. A few elements, but easy enough to make. We've got sugar and egg yolks. And we just whisk until thick and pale. After a few minutes, it should end up thick and pale like this. We're going to set it to one side. Next, we make a quick French meringue, whisking egg whites on a low speed till frothy. Next, we add in that sugar a tablespoon at a time. And once you've added all the sugar, just keep whisking until you have a nice thick, stiff meringue. And then we're going to whisk in 1/3 at a time of that meringue mixture into the egg yolks. We've got our dry ingredients here, plain flour and cocoa powder. We're going to sift those over the top. Gently fold them through. Finally, we tip in the milk and the oil. Now, the oil is super important because this is what's going to make the sponge really flexible. And you should be left with a nice, smooth batter. Now, to bake this, you can by all means use a regular baking tray lined with baking paper, but I'm going to use a silicone sponge roll mat. This is going to be a much more even, consistent finish. And all I do is pour it in, and then I'm going to spread it out to the edges. And we're going to bake 2 of these. So we'll put this in the oven, bake it, and then repeat it with the second sponge. Once the cremo is chilled, I mean, look at the amazing texture. It should still be slightly soft, and what we're going to do is spread it out onto our cooled sponges. Now you can use a palette knife by all means, but I'm going to use a